In a special media statement released by former Interior Minister Samir Tahiri conceding his mandate as MP, the politician has hurled scathing attacks in every direction, including at his own party members. The former Prime Minister Salih Berisha spoke from outside Parliament today, declaring that the world is seeking the resignation of Rama, not the symbolic head of the scapegoat Tahiri, a sentiment which was mirrored by the SMI chair Monica Kuramadi. Thanks to the cooperation with the municipality of Florence, the project of 4,000 bicycles will be launched in June 1st in Tirana. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Thursday, the 3rd of May 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country, translated into English. With the news delivered via a special media statement, the former Interior Minister Samir Tahiri declared today that he is conceding his mandate as MP. The statement used harsh tones as he underlined that he was giving up the role to ensure that there was no potential for power to be considered in the investigation, and as such the proceedings can continue as him being a simple citizen. I concede my mandate as MP until the truth comes out, said Samir Tahiri. Referring to statements that his non-arrest is hindering the opening of negotiations, Tahiri responded by accusing the DP and SMI leaders. People who have governed and destroyed this country for 25 years judge me. I cannot accept it, neither today nor ever. The truth is different and simpler. I am too small to be of any hindrance to Albania's EU integration, said Samir Tahiri. It seems no one could be spared of the arrows and daggers Tahiri was hurling in his statement. Even his own party, including the Prime Minister and current Interior Minister, were in the firing line. Neither the Prime Minister nor the Interior Minister, Fatmir Jafai, mentioned my achievements in the fight against cannabis, scoffed Samir Tahiri. In presenting his attack on the Socialists, he also advised that the party accuses him of wrongdoing, but does so in an indirect manner. He then went even further, declaring that the media are paid to write against him, even the ambassadors. Stressing that he is not afraid to undress from power, Tahiri adds that the current politicians from all political wings have escaped justice through the buying of prosecutors or other such means. In conclusion, he demanded that all politicians also be subjected to vetting. The resignation from his mandate as MP by the former Interior Minister Samir Tahiri says nothing, according to the opposition. The former Prime Minister Salih Berisha spoke from outside the Assembly Hall, declaring that the one who must leave is Rama, whom he labelled the head of the drug trade. The world is seeking the resignation of Prime Minister Rama rather than the symbolic head of Samir Tahiri, said Salih Berisha. The leader of the Socialist Movement for Integration, Monica Kuramadi, stood in line with the former Prime Minister. She called the resignation a Rama-Tahiri pact to escape justice, which she accuses of being politically captured anyway. This was an ugly show of affairs. Rama must leave, declared Monica Kuramadi. The head of the Socialist Party's parliamentary group, Talon Bala, said he respects the decision by Samir Tahiri to resign. He exploded in delivering charges against the opposition, stressing that they have only one goal: to obstruct EU integration. The opposition is doing everything to block integration, said Talon Bala. Albania has Austria's support in its ambition to open negotiations in the European integration process. The Austrian ambassador to our country, Johann Sattler, showed unconditional support for integration, praising one of Albania's core values as being one that Europe needs the most, that of religious tolerance and coexistence. We hope that the negotiations for Albania's path toward the EU will open. Albania not only deserves this, but will also provide its contributions to the European family. Religious tolerance and harmony are a necessity in Europe. Religion is divided between states, but there is always a need for cooperation on important national issues. The state changes the rules and laws, but religion changes hearts, said Johann Sattler. He cited some of Fan Noli's verses in Albanian to show the importance of loving one's country. The ambassador praised the attitude of religious communities that, through a joint media statement, welcomed the EC's decision to provide a positive recommendation for the opening of EU negotiations. When religious harmony is spoken of, the image of Albania undoubtedly offers the most dignified representation. The leaders and representatives of 5 official religions in Albania have come together to discuss one of the biggest threats in the world: terrorism in the name of religion. For the chair of the Muslim community, Skender Brucay, religious tolerance is both vital and necessary. Tolerance is a vital necessity, said Brucay. The leader of the Orthodox Church, Anastasianolatos, the fact that we have religious harmony means that not only do we have something that we can be proud of, we can also set an example for the rest of the world. Pride is a bit player. We have to say, this is a model for the whole world, said Anastasianolatos. According to the head of the Catholic Church, George Frendo, Albania has another value regarding religion. Albanian politicians have not instrumentalised or manipulated religion for their political ambitions, said George Frendo. The Bektashi world leader said religious extremism patterns are avoided through the harmony of faith. We avoid extremism through harmony, explained the Bektashi leader, Haji Edmond Brahimaj. The Protestant view is that religious harmony is not hereditary, but actively taught and nourished by society. Religious harmony is not inherited, but taught, added Pastor Uli Doci. The Albanian family can celebrate religious holidays together. Culture Minister Mirela Kumbaro gave a personal example of this. In my origins, I am a Muslim, but the father of my children is Orthodox. What I have told my children is that they are free to choose their religion as they feel, remarked Mirela Kumbaro. Leaders of the religious communities were part of a conference on harmony of faiths in Albania, showing that they will coexist not only to give a model to other countries, but also as a need to avoid acts of violence and terrorism. 190,000 people were unemployed in Albania during 2017. This was the determination arising from surveys conducted by Instat on the labour market. Regarding wages, Instat made a concerning assessment that the gender gap is noted as widening, with women being paid 10.5% less than their male counterparts. It is also the males that play host to a higher unemployment rate by a total of 2 percentage points. According to Instat, the average monthly salary in Albania is around 49,000 lek, depicting an increase of 11% when compared with 2016. This increase was influenced completely by employees of public administration, as no change was observed in wages across the private sector. It turns out that 30% of employees across the country take home the minimum legal wage as set by the government. The sectors that have the highest number of employees are agriculture and the service-based industry. When the numbers are broken to a district level, Vlora and Tirana have the highest unemployment rates. The official unemployment rate is 13.7% and marks a decrease of 1.5 percentage points compared to 2016. The data has been published by Instat only one day after the closing of the labour fair in the capital, where it stated that there were 3,000 vacancies in Tirana alone and a further 7,000 vacancies on a national level. On the 1st of June, Tirana will be occupied by 4,000 bicycles. This is the innovative project of the municipality of Tirana, thanks with the cooperation of the municipality of Florence. In a meeting with his counterpart, Dario Nardella, where a number of projects and other initiatives under the Smart City model were discussed, Veliaj said this project has been very successful in Florence. We want to work hard on being a smart city, on making Tirana an intelligent city. We copied the project from Florence and are ready to start with rental bicycles in Tirana, an innovative system which we have seen work perfectly in Florence. The project will start on June 1st and then we will continue other Smart City projects continuing throughout the whole year, said Erion Veliaj. On the other hand, the Mayor of Florence, Dario Nardella, called the tree planting initiative the most ambitious project across the entirety of Europe. We are cooperating with Tirana for a public lighting project and to deliver a smart city. We are ready, together with our entrepreneurs and our companies, to invest in this country, as Italy and Albania are two sides of the same medal. The tree planting project in Tirana is a project that has advanced significantly. I have visited many European countries and I believe that today is the most ambitious project regarding the number of trees planted throughout Europe, said Dario Nardella. Further, Veliaj said that the possibility of increasing the number of hotels in Tirana is being looked at, given the ever-increasing number of tourists, as well as further development of the agro-tourism in the region. 3,000 tourists visited Saranda on the day that also coincided with the official opening of the 2018 summer season. Arriving on the Ionian coast via cruise ship, the tourists, mostly Americans, were welcomed at the harbour with songs, dance and traditional cooking. The slogan of this tourist season is "Saranda has room for everyone," with the mayor of Saranda, Floriana Coca, poetically declaring that tourists from across the ocean were the first swallows. Though the weather did not favour them, the captain of the cruise ship hosting 3,000 tourists praised the organised reception and the beauty of the Ionian coast. "This reception made our day even more beautiful. Thank you," beamed the captain. Tirana is one of the main summer tourism destinations in our country, but the city has a number of problems with sewerage arising from the lack of infrastructure, a problem that is still without a solution. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.